Asunccion's Pod, your go-to source for insightful conversations. Subscribe and stay connected.
Here. Oh, you have your coffee.
Yeah, my coffee and everything.
Oh, good. Alright, guys. So, wow, a lot has happened since our last video. I'll just do an introduction for those who are new here, because our last video got a lot of views very fast, so we have a lot of new faces. This is Brandon, and I'm Precious, and we've been traveling the world full-time for 4.5 years now. We left Hawaii, we sold everything, did the whole thing, and we've been traveling around. We live in Bangkok, Thailand right now, where my husband trains Muay Thai, and obviously we have a YouTube channel, and there's a lot going on in our life and different things, and so we've been documenting our travel since we left Hawaii. Actually, since before we left Hawaii, we've been documenting everything, and so if you have stumbled across us, that's who we are. We have so many videos. You can go back, check those out. But why the podcast? Well, we came up with this idea of pillow talk. If you are married, you know what I'm talking about. There are a lot of conversations that I feel like married couples have, and it stays within the bedroom, basically, because it's between you two. So pillow talk. It's the conversations. It's not like sexual for those that think that way. It's, the conversations you have while you're still in bed, while you're still in your chambers, and
Casual talk.
Yeah, your own personal space. You may say things that are offensive, to other people.
Or things you might not say in public.
Right. And you say it to your spouse. And so we thought, well, why does it have to be silent? Now more than ever, with, I think, the world society kind of trying to chop at the, family nucleus idea.
Being too sensitive.
Yeah, show there's strength in a marriage and couple and unity. And so on this podcast, we decided to integrate it with our travel YouTube channel. So we take this time to talk about things that maybe we can't really break down and explain in a vlog. Like things that are going on behind the scenes. We talk about that. If there's ever a gap in videos, we really break down and explain this is where we've been, this is what's going on. And then in the other section of the podcast, we talk about things that are going on in the country we're currently in at the time. Right now it's Thailand, so maybe funny things like that, or things that are going on politically back at home in America, because even though we're expats here, we're foreigners here in another country, what goes on in America, we're American, so it affects us and our families back home. So these podcast episodes are a little longer because they're a lot more detailed and in-depth about our life. And I will put all of our Instagrams below, my Instagram, Superman's Instagram, and the podcast Instagram too. So you guys can follow along. But we're going to jump right in because the last video you guys saw, we didn't know if we were going to make it into Thailand.
No.
So as you guys can see, I'm sure, we made it back. It's actually, just behind the scenes scoop, it's been a while since we got back from Malaysia. It's been 2 months already. There's a lot that's happened since we got back. I feel like drama just always follows us when it comes to visa situations and things.
Mm-hmm.
And but we did make it back in. Having the visa from Penang was very helpful. I went first, so they didn't ask you questions, right? Because she asked me questions going in through immigration.
I honestly don't remember anything.
Yeah, it was 2 months, and I feel like other things have happened since then that kind of okay, that's done. Whew, that, but I do remember we were talking and it was oh, she didn't ask you anything, because I told her, I was like, it's my husband, just so she knows, like, save you some time. You don't have to ask him the same questions. So, we made it in just fine. And then, what happened when we got back? Oh, we got back, and then we had to figure out just so much with our passports and things like that. We'll explain that in a vlog, probably more so down the line when we get there. But we made it back into Thailand. So we had 2 months. We have to go for our extension actually next week, and then we'll get another month. And so we've been here for 2 months, and then we'll get 1 more month, and then we are. Oh, I can't say where we're going. Well, then we're heading on a really big trip, actually. One that we're really excited about, but I can't say anything about it. So, but it's a big trip. It's coming. You guys will definitely want to stick around for that one because I don't even. It's gonna be so exciting. So yeah, so we're planning for that, and so that's what's coming. But yeah, we've just been really busy here. We have a dental vlog coming up. We went to a dentist. That was dramatic as always. Moving. There's a moving vlog coming because we have to move. Even though we did all of that, moving and bouncing around to get this specific unit in this condo, someone is buying this unit. So we have to move. And we have to move in 2 weeks. But the good thing is there is another unit in the same condo, and it's so much bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So much bigger. We won't have this view. Like, if you see me looking outside, it's because it's such a beautiful view. And I mean, it's not beautiful, it's just a lot going on and kind of like, oh, you know. But the other apartment is so much bigger.
It is.
It's so much bigger. And you would kind of like think, like, well, it's just the 2 of you. Why do you need that much space? But like the bedroom, remember that was the one thing I was like, it feels like a den.
Yeah.
You
I don't
know?
like it.
Yeah, so the more space will be nice. So we made it back into Thailand. We're here. So let's talk real quick about our experience in Malaysia.
I thought we were talking about our experience.
Well, yeah, sorry, no. Well, that was, we're letting them know we got back into Thailand.
That was like, I don't know if that was, you said do intro and they just kept going. So I was like, I don't know if this was part of the intro or like a long intro. It just kept going. There was no like intro, stop, and it just kind of, that was all in one.
Yeah, we're
I
just
thought
doing
it-
it in one.
Oh, okay.
We're just, I'm not editing anything.
I was about to say, because that was like, usually the intro is like maybe a minute long.
No,
That
no,
was
no,
like-
there's no intro.
You said this, you said that in the beginning.
Yeah, like introducing ourselves. I'm just introducing to them, but
Gotcha.
I'm not stopping.
Okay.
There's no, we don't have time to like all do all the cut and all that. No,
Okay,
this is,
we're not even probably gonna cut this.
no, I'm not cutting anything.
Okay, cool.
That's the whole, so that's the whole purpose of this podcast.
Wait a minute, are you talking to me or are you talking to the camera?
I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, but I still have to address that I know that people are going to be watching this.
I know, it's kind of like this, like, always.
Well, yeah, because I have to look at them sometimes and acknowledge them sometimes.
I know, but you're kind of like partially looking this way. It's almost like you got this in between looking at me and looking at the camera.
Yeah, but isn't this how we talk anyway? When do I ever like stare at you when we talk? This is like natural me.
I know, but it's like it almost like feels like it's another person over there.
Yeah, it's our people.
The way you look
okay,
at it.
look, we're taking up time. We don't have time for this. We have
Okay,
other
cool.
important things to talk about. So how we have to talk about Malaysia.
Okay, let's talk about.
So the
Malaysia.
last video, remember they saw we were doing the art walk.
Mhm.
That was really cool.
That was cool.
That was the World Heritage Site.
Not gonna lie, it was really cool. At the same time, we were still dealing with jet lag. How did we deal with jet lag? It was only like how long was the ride? A couple hours.
Hour and 50 minutes, I
I
think.
went to like I swear when we got there, like we started feeling like crap. We started
Yeah.
profusely sweating. I don't know if it was like the humidity or
Humidity was
what, but man,
a lot.
it
Well,
was-
also we were nervous because, well, I know for me, I was also stressed because we didn't know if we were going to make it back into Thailand because remember, I was like, we're leaving everything.
I was only a little stressed when you were stressed. Not gonna lie, for some reason, like I said, me and your uncle had this feeling that we were gonna make it back in, but you were like, I don't know. I don't know if I cut corners or if there's something I didn't do, so we won't make it back in. And me and your uncle, for some reason, I just felt it. Remember? I was like, we're gonna make it back in. I know God's got us. We're gonna make it back in.
And it's like, when you know God's got you, but it's like, but people are still people. And you just like, we left everything.
Yeah.
We did not take, a lot with us.
And the thing is, we left a lot here, so if we didn't make it back, somehow we'd have to get the stuff
I don't even know
back
how
to
that
where
would
we
happen.
were, or we're going to.
I don't even
we're
know
going.
how.
Right.
Wait a second.
Did you even think of that?
Oh my gosh, you guys.
What? You didn't press play?
I did, but the microphone is in the wrong direction.
Man, when we upgrade our podcast, it's gonna be like you over here, me over here, and we can like switch cameras, Like,
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll get there.
And I won't have the computer, and we'll have real microphones.
We're gonna have one of those nice Bose things, like you can just that look kind of.
The mic?
Yeah, you can adjust it.
Yeah. We'll get there. We'll definitely get there. But okay, I switched the mic around, so the sound should be so much better for you guys. But yeah, so Malaysia was really great. I was really surprised at how many people spoke English.
Me too. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of weird when we got there. Remember, like, oh man, we're gonna be probably culturally a little shocked. Probably not a lot of people spoke English. I don't know why I didn't do my research before I came. Did we do our research?
Well, because this was a weird trip. It wasn't. We were so focused on the visa.
We did not do our research, but when we did get there, and then when we got out of the airport, and someone ask us for directions?
Yeah, he was like, "Is this where you wait for the taxi?"
I was like, man, I haven't heard someone speak that clear of English to me in a while.
Because it's like,
let's be honest, we don't go out a lot and talk to a lot of people.
No.
So when someone just comes up to us and it's like, immediately thinks like, oh yeah, that person speaks English.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, English is definitely one of the preferred languages here.
Yeah. I was really, really shocked. And they spoke English well.
Yeah, they did.
Like, it wasn't just like they understood, which was nice.
People were really nice there.
They were.
They're actually really kind there. I'm not gonna lie. They don't have, it's weird, like Filipinos kind of, I'm Filipino if anyone doesn't know that. We have a very outwardly come inside our house type of, like hospitality is like a really big thing in our culture. And over there, it kind of seems like that, but like a blend of different family-oriented cultures. You know what I'm saying? Like you have Hindu culture, you have Buddhist culture, Chinese, and you have Malay culture, kind of all mixed in one melting pot. Mm-hmm. They're all different, but it seems like they all mesh okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we learned a lot too historically about like just even how it all got blended together, and so it was cool. It was a really cool experience. I really tried to not let the stress get to me, so I tried to enjoy it, and I think I did. Like, that's why doing the art walk, I was like, we just have to go outside. Let's just go outside and walk around, because then I was able to forget about everything. And then...
We've learned a lot, though. Come on, we actually learned a little bit about this while we were there.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Because the number one thing I think the focus was that it was Muslim. And that's what my biggest concern was. Because even though a lot of people don't care about that, I'm very concerned. And I don't want to cause anyone to stumble. Like, I honestly wish more women in America kind of thought that way. Like, I feel like so many women are just so worried about just looking like, oh, I want to look sexy, I want to look hot. And it's like, yeah, but like, think about the men, the spiritual men that like, they're still men. Like, obviously, like, you know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, it just makes me so mad, because I think I really do think about like that. Like, could I go out and like, for those that don't know, like, this shirt is yours. And I am like banned from wearing it outside anymore. And not banned from by you, but basically my uncle. He's like, you need to retire that
That's
thing.
funny. It took your uncle. I looked at you and I was like, man, that thing is kind of looking faded.
It is. It's not black
And
anymore.
you're like, but I like it. It's comfortable. And then your uncle said something like, you need to retire that shirt, and then you want to get rid of it. So
yeah, but I'm keeping it for in the house.
So it is a democracy. Me and your uncle voted to get rid of the shirt.
Well, I
And you
didn't
said
get.
yes.
Well, I'm independent, okay? Because I didn't get rid of the shirt. I still have the shirt, but I'm not going to wear it outside. See, I compromised.
Okay, cool.
But the
Keep
point.
the shirt.
Well, you know, it has a lot of memories.
Well,
We've been to a lot of places. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. When I look at this shit, it reminds me of how sick I was.
yeah,
I wore this a lot to the hospital. Remember?
yeah.
Because I didn't want to wear a bra. But anyway.
Back to Malaysia.
Sorry, yeah. So Malaysia, it
Our
was really
experience in
great.
Malaysia.
It was amazing. We had a fun time. We have to go to Kuala Lumpur next.
The big city.
Yeah.
That's the big city, right?
Yeah. So.
Kuala Lumpur, and then there's another big city too. What's the other big city?
I don't know. Let's see. Let me look it up. That's why I have the
Second, what is the second biggest city in Malaysia? Let's see what that is.
Georgetown. Johor Bahru.
What's the number 2?
Georgetown, where we were.
Really?
Yeah.
Second biggest?
Mhm.
Man, I wouldn't even consider that a city really. It's like a big town to me.
Yeah.
Wow, I would consider that a city. Penang?
Yeah. Second
Okay, I
largest
guess I
city.
would call that a city, but it doesn't feel like a city.
Penang Island, Georgetown,
I guess it
and
is-
Siberang Pare on the mainland.
Hold on a second, it is a city. There's a lot of, big tall buildings and stuff. But I don't know. It feels like it feels like Hawaii, kind of.
Yeah. I don't know how this works, but
All right.
okay. So we made it in past immigration. There's a moving vlog coming. So I actually already recorded that. So we don't even really have to talk about that. There's a moving vlog coming. I don't really feel like talking about that, to be honest. Let's do this. So
Talking about immigration, Okay, now we're talking about a different type of immigration.
yeah, and so now we'll switch it. So that's what's been going on in our life. In a nutshell, went to Malaysia. We came back to Thailand. Superman's back at training.
Now let's talk about what's going on in the world and America, in America,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we might have some more other stuff to talk about, but okay, yeah, let's do immigration, which is a big issue right now.
Yeah, what is going on, man?
I don't know. And it's pretty crazy because, again, like we've talked about this before, there's nothing wrong with immigrants.
Well,
You
yeah.
know, our country is built on immigrants,
Well,
but
first and
illegal
foremost-
immigrants is the problem.
Well, first and foremost, we are proud Americans.
Yeah.
And as Americans, our ancestors were immigrants. So of course we can't have any issues with immigrants because our family came here as immigrants.
Right.
Your family came here as immigrants, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Irish, my dad too. So
Italian side.
yeah, so not in any kind of way are we against
Right.
immigration.
Yeah.
What we are against is illegal immigration.
Yeah. And coming over for a handout.
And coming over for a handout.
Like,
So let's talk about that issue in America.
I
right
feel
now.
like back then it was, and I mean, again, we weren't around, but just from what we know from hearing from our grandparents or great grandparents, like they came to work hard in America. You know, they wanted to actually build businesses and set themselves up here in America because they couldn't do that back in their country.
Definitely was a different time too.
Yeah. Now people are coming over in their fresh Jordans from China, Nikes.
Yeah, because it's not even just, you know, people from Latin America now. It's people
No.
from all, like, the weird Eastern, not I want to say weird countries, but all the countries that people think like from the Caucasus, like people from, Georgia and stuff, and like people from Kyrgyzstan. You're
Yeah,
like, why are
number
they
2 is
coming?
like China and Russia.
China and Russia.
The top 2, I think they said.
That's
from
crazy.
like
And we border Mexico. So how is that?
Right.
How is that even like the case?
right.
How is it there were more Chinese coming in than I mean, of course they go through the border of Mexico and get smuggled in by the Mexican cartels.
Right.
That's how they get in America. So everyone's going
right.
to the Mexican border, paying Mexican cartels to smuggle them across the border. I
right.
think if I remember that, I don't know if anyone knows, but it's like $5,000. A lot of these people are charging
Oh, right.
just to cross them over and smuggle them across the border, and that's
so
one person.
4 people, that's already 20,000.
Yeah, so the cartel is just banking on a bunch of people, just
And there's no one stopping them.
people smuggling. You know what I mean? Go in, cha-ching, go in.
And it's easy, so there's no one stopping them from doing that.
Mm-mm.
So
No.
it's easy money. They don't even have to fight anything to get these people in.
Right,
And that's the thing.
right.
If the people were smarter, some of them, they would know that they don't need anybody to make their way. Well, they probably need a cartel to get them through Mexico,
Yeah.
not necessarily over the border.
Yeah.
Because the border's open. You don't need anybody to help you through the border. There are literally people on our side of things literally letting them in.
Yeah.
So they don't need them to get into America. They obviously need them to get through Mexico then.
Well, it's kind of weird because it's like I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing for me because it's like I love Mexicans. You know what I mean? I really do.
Yeah.
They're such nice people. They're such
Love
cool
their
people.
food.
They got good food. They're hardworking people, and they're usually conservative.
Viva la Mexico.
You know what I mean? Think of it. And a lot of our labor work and people who work in the farm industry are mostly Mexicans or Latin Americans. 'Cause they just work hard, man. Like it's
Yeah.
almost like they're a valuable asset. But you can't just flood them over here illegally or let them in because think of it, right? It doesn't matter what country you come from. There's good and bad people, and if you let like an influx of like a group of people, and then you don't really check their background or anything, just let them all come in. There's going to be good and bad apples. Just
Yeah.
saying, and you're letting them in, and you don't know what they're going to do. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because let me tell you something. I don't know if anyone knows, but I kind of grew up not a crazy life, but I kind of grew up on the streets a little bit and hung out with some criminals back in the day that were criminals, and I know the mentality of criminals, and it's just that they'll
Yeah.
do anything to manipulate. So,
Yeah.
yeah, they will.
Because they're only in it for themselves and those that,
To benefit themselves.
themselves and, their family, like maybe like
Right.
their wife and their children.
They're like,
Like,
oh man,
close-knit.
if I can do this in Mexico, imagine the money I'll make in the United States.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With all these liberal laws saying that, oh yeah, if I get arrested, I'll just get out in 6 months. It's like, of course you're just going to come out and do it again. Of course you just, because they're gonna,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Let
And
you
what-
out in like 6 months.
And what about, like we said before, what about the people that wait years to become citizens?
Oh yeah, I know about
And
that.
all of a sudden you have these people coming over like, here's ID, here's money.
Well, my dad,
Yeah.
I think, if I remember correctly, my dad told me it was in 2007. I was like 17 years old, and he went to the government office in downtown in Hawaii, and he came out. And I think he said, "Here's my citizenship." And I swear that's what I remember. I could be wrong, but I swear that's what he said. So I was remembering, like, dang, you've been working this long in America and only got your citizenship now. So my dad's been working for like years, about like 20-something years. Hard-working jobs too,
Yeah.
like he's a painter. And then all of a sudden you have all these people coming across, just coming over asking for handouts.
Yeah. And getting them.
Right.
Like, they're not just asking for them. Like, they're
But
getting them.
In a way, it's not their fault but they're told that they're gonna get these things.
Right.
You know what I mean? In a way, like I feel really bad for them. Because
For some of them.
they are trying to look for a better life. A lot of them. You know what
Some
I mean?
of them, I think they really are just believing the lie because they're sheep, they're gullible. And then others are taking advantage because they're
Right.
aware. They're like, what? America's tripping and I'm taking advantage.
Right. And there's a lot of chaos that goes on. And
like, you don't think there are people that hate America so much, want to take it down, that they're not just waiting for a loophole?
of course.
They're waiting for studying a loophole.
There's so many people that hate America right now, and they're just waiting to get in.
Yeah.
Because we've done so much things in, like, the Iraq War. We killed a lot of people. Innocent people died. That we've done a lot of bad things, and people are, they're looking for reparations. Not gonna lie, there's people that really don't like America, and when people are super liberal and they're like, oh, but they're all just people, open borders for everyone. That's not good.
Yeah.
Not all people deserve freedom like that. I hate to say it. There's some bad apples out there, and they're gonna.
There's some Americans that don't deserve the freedom that they
get
because they're driven.
Exactly. So it's like.
Like, it's everywhere, but it's like to just, I don't know.
Well, where are they gonna go? But if you think of it, what are we gonna do when everything is like sucked dry? Because money has to go to them, right?
Yeah.
Because we're gonna run out sometime.
Like, we're already sending a lot of money to Ukraine. That's like, oh my gosh. That's
a whole other thing, man.
Okay, like, don't get me wrong.
Oh my gosh.
I am pretty sure in the beginning, people were like, yes, let's help Ukraine. Big bad Russia is coming to, whatever. But at this point, like, America needs help. And I think it's absolutely ridiculous. And I tell my Japanese students, I tell my Japanese friends, I'm like, other countries should be really pissed. Other countries should be so pissed because if they need our help, if they need our aid, we're going to have nothing left. Nothing to give if, God forbid, anything happens and we need to help Japan. Which is trippy to say for us to help Japan.
That's a crazy thought because we're one of the, the military superpowers. You know what I mean? Like the three biggest nations, most powerful nations. And if we go under and go bankrupt, then everyone's gonna look at us like, oh my God, the big dog went down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They went down, and we can go down too.
And I hate to
Like
say it,
effect,
with the current generation that's here, it'll take a really long time for us to build ourselves back up.
Yeah.
It's not like we got a whole bunch of, a generation of warriors right now. We got a whole bunch of generations.
So what do you think is a good solution to the immigration problem? Because I always try to think of a solution. And just say if you had the power, absolute power to do whatever you wanted, like a dictator. Just say this,
if you want to come into it, first of all, first things first, you secure the border. That is number one. You have to, that is numero uno.
Protect our people.
But the number one thing, boom, nobody in, nobody out.
Yeah.
Even if you're illegal and you're in, cool, you stay in for a second. You get comfortable if you want to, but just know that, no, we're going to secure this border. So from here on out, you have a choice.
Yeah.
You want to come in? Cool. You must serve in the military.
Well, also
if you are willing and able.
Well, there's also other ways to do it.
No, but I'm saying that should definitely be number one, big one, because you're coming for benefits.
Right.
So if you want to come for a handout and you want to come for benefits, the only people in our country, and they don't even get as much as they should, are the military. Health benefits, payment first and the 15th.
The thing is, they haven't always.
Show that you want to be a part of America. Drop blood for America then. This is the land of opportunity, yes, but this is not the land of handouts.
But the thing is, it's weird. The more liberal and open things got with, with the open borders and stuff, we started asking for more.
Yeah.
It was the Theo Vaughn podcast, it was. And this guy that's been working, I think his job was like a border agent or something like that, and he's been working with the immigration for like the whole side of the job for like 30 years or something like that. And he said that like 30 years ago it was a little different. The people that would come over, there was always loopholes and ways for them to get it. It's always been a long-standing problem.
Yeah.
But they would kind of trickle in little by little, and you know what I mean. more and more so, you started seeing more of them, in like southern Mexico, and then like in New Mexico, they started going up, or even up to where I lived in Washington. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know. And back then, he said he just seen the changes of like when they were at the border, they wouldn't really ask for things. We'd give it to them.
Right.
And he said more and more so they started demanding more things instead of like putting hands out for water. They started demanding water and food.
Like, where's my water?
Demanding water and demanding welfare and demanding like that they let them in through and stuff like that.
But it's probably social media because people probably started getting that, and then maybe people record it, or I don't know. You know what I mean? And they're just like, oh, look what you get when you come to America.
Dude, they said 30 years ago. So that was like 4. I was like 4 when that happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So since then, it was like a little harder for them. Of course, it's not a little harder. They had to like get a green card or visa, whatever they had to do to get in and work, to do what they needed to do to show that, hey man, I'm a hardworking citizen.
Yeah. I
want to be part of your country. You know what I mean? But now,
and don't they even have to take a test and answer questions about America? These people probably can't even name any of our presidents, but maybe the one.
Well, the thing is, there's a lot of conservative Mexicans here. They're like against immigration. I don't think a lot of people realize that. People say like, oh, if you're against immigration, against any, it's not just Mexicans. It's a lot of Latin Americans in general now, like from Honduras, like all of South. And now it's just not just Mexico. It's just it seems like all of South America is trying to go through that Darien Gap to get to Mexico. To once you get there, you're set.
Yeah, and you know it now.
Right.
So I don't know. I think that's.
So you would get rid of.
Oh no,
border,
I would secure the border.
Secure border.
And then if they're coming in, and they're willing and able,
to work hard or join the military. Or
no, there's no.
Come
If
on,
if you are of military age, you come and you serve in our military.
But do you really want them to get? Because in their military at the moment, our military, that's kind of like, turning all... Look, I love our military and people.
Yeah, but I think for them to be able to...
Kind of woke. It's getting woke.
Well, yeah. But I still think that would be an option, and that would be an option that would cause... See, because... Okay. Gosh, if I were a dictator. That...
Just say, don't go down the rabbit hole.
Okay, sorry.
Be nice.
No, that is me being nice.
There's a lot of people
that is me being nice, because back then we had people that were 18, 16 fighting for America that didn't have the option.
Right.
And they had to do that for America.
Right.
So we need to bring that back. You want to stay here? We had a lot of people that, including your grandpa, that bled and died for this country. So no, you want to come in and you want to, and there's no real reason for you to leave your country, but you do want to be a part of America, sure, fine. Then the minute you cross this border, cross these men, these armed guards, you have to sign yourself over to the military. And your first stop is not your cousin Vinny's house, not your sister Lucy. No, you're sent straight to boot camp.
I like it. Cool.
Period. Because this is why. Because the first step, I hate to say it, but COVID even showed us, mentally. First of all, you got to weed out the weak-minded people to stop them from even coming in the first place. Because they're going
to... military?
No, just from other countries trying to cross the border. If you put that into effect, that's already going to get rid of half the people trying to come in.
Like what kind of weak people?
Like weak-minded people. Or like the first of all, the guys of... the men of our generation in America, or not really our generation, but let's just say the Gen Z generation, they're no different in other countries. I teach them. I'm telling you, they're the same in other countries.
Yeah.
My thing is...
It is, yeah.
So my thing is... I forgot where I was going with that.
They're all the same, even in different countries, Gen Z.
Yeah, so they can come, they serve. I forgot where I was going with that. But yeah, they come, they serve. I think that's a great idea.
They serve and they can be... And how long would they have to serve in the military to truly be an American? because they would not just serve the military, right? Just say there's got to be a little bit more rules. Like you can't just join the military. Like, nope, I'm American now.
No, yeah, there has to be like a.
I would say to me it would be the 4 minimum of that.
4
for active duty.
Oh, that's what I was saying. That's
Active
what I was
duty,
saying.
too.
Oh, it has to be active duty.
No reserves.
Oh, no.
None
Because you're not going to make your way and, freeload off of America. And no, you better fight with us. You better bleed hand in hand. You want to live amongst society? Do amongst the things that people in society do. But that's what I was saying, is that I hate to say it, but if you do that and you put a term in place, 4 years for those, then let's say you say from the ages of 21 to 18 to 35.
Right.
If you come over, you have to serve in the military 4 years.
35? You say 35?
Yeah, they'll be done by their 40 and you still have a life to live. Man, you're still young.
Yeah, but
you're still young. You're coming over.
All right, you said don't bring in the wimps, so you're not bringing in the wimps.
Then. No, because that's what I'm saying. That already, let's say you have 10,000 people that are like, let's say, because I'm going to lose it. Let's say God knows that there's 10,000 people right here at a border. Let's say God sees, he's like, okay, there's 10,000 people. And let's say I put the order out. All those from 18 to 35, you cross over the border, you have to sign a contract, 4 years, you have to join the military. Right away, that gets rid of probably 5,000 people that I don't even have to deal with.
Gotcha.
Without even lifting a finger.
You're just weeding out the weak.
Mentally. I already got rid of the mentally weak.
I don't care. I don't care how you're built, but if you're up here, you're good.
Then all right, okay, come in, and then I can work with that.
Right.
You got a strong mind, then that means you're probably more than likely going to do whatever you need to do, even if you have to bullcrap your way through it.
You're not going to disobey.
Right. So for me, that's at least giving me people to work with, and it's at least getting half of the job is already, they take care of themselves. They're weeding themselves out. Survival of the fittest mentally.
Gotcha.
Then the people that are in, you got the same choice. You're all going to get round up. All of you.
Yeah, you'll get fed.
Like you are a parasite that's going, I'm going to treat all of them like they're all little bits of necrotinizing fasciitis. Like one touch and it's like deathly.
But all of them?
All of them. If you're all illegal, why are you here illegally? Why are you here illegally when you have people that are busting their butt to be here to do it the right way? That's not fair.
Yeah.
That's not fair. If you are here illegally, then you have a little bit more options in leaving.
But
you have to show proof that you are in, I can't even say the education system because I don't even believe in the American education system right now. So I wouldn't even say that. Don't put yourself in debt.
Let's just say that, sorry, go ahead.
They would still have the military option. That's still one for them. And they're already in America. You know what I'm saying? But maybe for people, okay, you round up all the illegal.
Come on, but you need some of these dudes, just say like, right now we're letting all kinds in.
If they have proof? No, listen, because I'm going to help you because I know where you're going with that. Because what if they've been working hard, right?
I mean, like, not just that. Not just that. They have to check in every single day at a certain time to check in. Just to check in to let them know that, like, I'm doing the right thing.
Do just how people have to do in America for unemployment. If you want to claim money every week for unemployment, then you have to check in every week and you have to answer the questionnaire. Yes, I work here. Yes, I work here. Yes, I work here.
I just want to know because they're such a great asset to the labor industry.
So that's fine. Okay, yes. So here's an idea. The reason why I say round up all the illegal immigrants, and if each state or county, I don't know, whatever, if everyone's responsible just round them up, because this is why.
It's gonna be.
Because let's be big boys and girls, and let's just get it done. Just round it up. It's like get like a parasite. You can't just or like working out. You can't just isolate one part of the body. Like let's work it all. Let's bring it all together. That's how it works. So you round them all up.
So mass deportation.
No, not yet. because those that are in line, if they show proof that they have been working at a job, even if it's under the table, okay, because I'm the dictator here.
Okay, guys.
Okay, so I can do whatever I want.
Dictator Precious Asunción.
You no longer will have to work under the table.
Sounds like a dictator.
That business won't get penalized for having you as a worker. You can continue working there and you will get your citizen. Like, let's say you've been working at a job and it's proof that you've been there for 3 years or 5 years. Then what's the wait? Here's your citizenship, boo. Go keep working at the pizzeria. Go keep busting tables at Cheesecake Factory. What's the wait? The wait is ridiculous because right now we got people crossing the border and they're automatically basically becoming citizens. But you got people busting their butt and they have to wait 3 to 5 years.
Not only that, they're giving them money. I'm not saying everyone's getting money.
So, but that's what I'm saying. So my thing is this whole waiting period, it's a game. How much can we use and abuse you without giving you your right?
Well, the thing is, think of it.
They're playing them for an idiot.
Like I said,
I'd be like, no, I've given my time.
Like I said, they're gonna run out of money at some point, just like they did in San Diego. Remember, they had like one of those. What do you call those to keep them in?
Oh, the shelter.
The shelters that they keep them in.
Yeah.
They had a shelter that was housing 1,000 migrants in there, and they couldn't. They ran out of funding to keep up the place.
Yeah.
So then what they had to do, they had to let them out on the streets. Bro, they're homeless on the streets like everyone else. We already have a homeless problem.
Especially in California.
Man, I hate to say it, you bring 1,000 people in any room, in a group of people, right? Random people, just say if you got them off the street, how many bad people out of 1,000 do you think is going to be? There's always good and bad apples, I hate to say.
Yeah.
Maybe, 20? Maybe 50? Maybe 100. Right? Maybe 100.
I would always say at
But
least half.
100 criminals is a lot of criminals.
I feel like just as much good you got,
But
you
no,
got just as much evil behind it.
But I'm saying 100 criminals is a lot of criminals.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying some of these people probably aren't criminals, but they might do something out of survival and out of desperation.
They might do criminal activity out of
desperation to survive. They have no other thing. The government's not helping them.
Which we experienced in the Philippines.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's how I feel. Putting military in place is a good idea. If you do have a job, even if it's illegal, I would basically pardon the company. But, well, it wouldn't even be a pardon. Things would just be new. It would just be, okay, you've been working here for this many years. All right, here's your citizenship. Thank you for your service. Because that was a service. You literally worked without getting anything in return. That to me is honorable. You served American people with getting nothing in return.
Right.
And quite frankly, paid a lot less than you probably should have even in America.
Not everyone thinks that way, you know what I mean, about our military servicemen. Unfortunately, more and more so the way our
No, but I'm talking about
culture-
like just immigrants, like Mexicans that just come over, I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like them working in a restaurant, they're serving like crappy American people sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, we're not nice. You know what I mean? We're not nice all the time, but man, you got some really nice Mexican people.
There's a lot. They're nice,
You know what I mean?
hospitable people. They're beautiful people.
So
They're
it's
great
like,
people.
can you imagine they're over here working for like 5 years, busting tables for Americans, watching people like rude to them,
Yeah.
don't tip, you know, watching people leave food that they're like, well, I couldn't even afford the bread that comes out for this meal.
Yeah.
Because one, if they can't afford it, they're sending it all back home.
They got a lot of fat Mexicans, you know. They have a really bad obesity problem.
Well, just like the Philippines. What did you tell me in the Philippines?
Malnourishment.
Just because you're fat doesn't mean you're well fed.
Right. Well, because look, you're fat and you're fed, but you're not
well fed,
nourished with nutrients.
I mean, we've got a lot of friends and family that are fat and they look like they eat well, but they're not well fed. They eat junk.
A lot of skinny fat. When you're skinny fat, that means you know you're malnourished because your body is looking like you have no muscle.
Yeah.
You know, stomach is kind of bleh.
Yeah. Well, on that note, but do you agree with that? You think that's a good idea?
What's that?
You think that's a good idea with
Sorry,
the immigrants? Like, what would you do?
Well, border, yeah, I would like, man, that border is sealed up. I'd be sealed up in days, man. I'd be like from canyon to canyon, from state to state. If I had complete power, oh man, there'd be troops down there too by the border, snipers at the top. Not only that, there would be, because I know all about guns, there'd be certain machine gunners at the top. So maybe it sounds a little bit extreme. I'm sorry, all the leftist people that don't like guns, but I'm sorry. Nothing says get out of here than a machine gun, because you will all die. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Not like we would ever want to go there. You probably wouldn't want to get married. You wouldn't do it. You just wouldn't, because you'd see what would happen. You know what I mean? I'm not even trying to say, but America has been a part of a lot of wars, and some that are not very, justifiable. Let's be honest. Not since World War II. And that's why a lot of people are mad at us right now. It's coming to a head, and they're all coming to America. Let's just say.
But do you think? But then, okay, you think about it like that, but then you have people like Japan that obviously Japan has forgiven us. I mean, we've had to forgive them too.
Let's just say there's a mixed bag of people coming, and the bad apples are the ones that are gonna ruin it for everybody else. Because you gotta think, how many cool people from Kyrgyzstan, how many cool Chinese people, how many cool all of those people have you met in your life? All of them have been cool.
Yeah.
That you've come across.
So nice.
Yeah. People are people. Most people are good, I think.
Yeah.
But those few ones that are like the 3 out of 10 people, those three they were hard 3, man.
Yeah.
Just think of it, 3 hardened criminals is can do a lot of damage. I think of like the crimes that, just say if I was a criminal and how smart I am if I wanted to work the system and what I could do. I'm not like that.
Yeah.
But if I was, what I could do and what I could do to help manipulate other dudes to do the same.
Yeah, to follow.
Yeah. Because people follow easy. Kind of cheap
so
nowadays.
Easy.
Yeah. Easy
so
to manipulate people as a person. And that's.
Yeah.
And I hate to say that.
You know how to market yourself well.
That's a good thing for people to know, because people are easily manipulated nowadays. And I think it has a lot to do with programming with these phones that we get. We just get fed shit.
And all you have to do is market yourself. You don't even have to market an idea necessarily.
No.
If you just market yourself, people will just follow whatever you're following. You think the Swifties are thinking about Taylor Swift's ideas? No. When Taylor Swift flows to the left, they flow to the left. When she flows to the right, they flow to the right.
It's a feelings fest.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel a certain way, then it's going to be like, oh yes, I love that. But if it doesn't make you feel a certain way or get an emotion out of you, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Even if whatever you're talking about holds value.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter.
You have to pull in the heartstrings.
You do.
But.
So dictator, I would close the border. I wouldn't do any of the redistribution of wealth like the lefties want to do. I would definitely stop funding Ukraine and start funding things that really matter, like
our country.
Our country, help the addicts off the street.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And get them into rehabilitation centers and get them off drugs, get them better, to become better citizens of society instead of trying to degrade society and tell them like, yeah, it's okay to be a druggie.
Yeah.
It's okay. No, you shouldn't be telling people. You should tell people life is grand. We don't need you on the streets. We need you as a good, working, functioning citizen.
Yeah.
That's what helps society.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's why
they're not telling you those things.
Place people where they need to be. Instead of, all the migrants and immigrants just kind of like scattered everywhere doing their thing, like there's a place for them. And I think it sounds cruel, but things need to be in order.
They do. There needs to be order.
There needs to be order.
There always needs to be order.
And putting people in a place, like there's a place for everything. There's a place for kitchen knives. There's a place for this. There's a place for a couch. There's a place for a bed. Like there's a reason why we have, puzzles have a certain place, and there's a reason.
Why do the blurs get so, like, the lines get so blurred, like, in the world? We was like, I don't know, 15 years ago, I swear things were pretty normal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Man was man, female was female, and then, look, I don't know what you grew up around, but I grew up around Hawaii. I told you this, right? And being gay was always kind of normalized. Not normalized, but it was like a normal thing. We have a thing called mahus, and those have been around since before LGBT became a big thing. Mahus are basically transgenders, and they're usually like Polynesian in ethnicity, like Hawaiian or Samoan, and they'd be like some big dudes in a dress, big jack dudes looking like football players walking around school with the dress on and like kind of like a sports bra, and you're like, and then but with a man attitude, you know what I mean? Like, whoa, I don't want to mess with that guy. But the thing is, that was before LGBT and all these like you know, leftist feminist movements were a big thing. I mean, of course, feminism was still a thing, but it was less of a thing. And to me, I looked at that like I didn't even think of it as a thing. There was like most people were straight, and they had a few of those people around. I didn't even think of it as a thing. Gay people around, didn't think of it as a thing. Like they were just around, and like I never thought of them. Like I never thought of them as less human. Right. But now it's like in your face, like.
You're forced to think about it.
Accept being gay, accept trans, accept the LGBT community. But like, I've been accepting it since I was a kid. Yeah. But now you're throwing it in my face. Now you're making me feel like I don't like. Maybe I shouldn't.
Because like, now they're trying
don't tell
to
me
like.
What to do. You know what I mean? Like, you almost feel like a 5-year-old. Your inner 5-year-old comes out. You're like, don't tell me what to do.
But I think that's what's happening though now with people. People are like, all right, now it doesn't even matter if I agreed with you before. Now you're like telling me to think these things.
First it's like, okay, we're gay and you're around, okay, well, cool. Now it's like, okay, let's just take another step. Let's legalize gay marriage. Okay, cool, whatever. Then you're like, okay, let's start teaching kids that sex is okay. Okay, well, that's fucking weird. Yeah. Then you start seeing drag queens at school, like, okay, something's really going on. Yeah. And you start seeing people going into bathrooms and they're saying they're a woman and they're man. Okay, you're like, okay, wait, something's really, really going on. Yeah. And you're seeing it's more and more common. You're like, okay, there's some type of social engineering going on right now because it wasn't like this 10, 15 years ago.
Like my stomach just dropped. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if we had a daughter and you took her to the mall? It was just you two. And can you?
The things we see at the mall.
But can you imagine if you go to the mall and you both have to go to the bathroom and she's old enough to go by herself? And can you imagine if she comes out, runs to you, and she says, "Daddy, there was a man in the bathroom," because she's aware. Because she's aware. Like she's smart enough to know you are not a woman.
I'd be like, "Did you leave right away?" "Yes, Dad, I did." I'd be like, "Thank you. I taught you well. Get out of there as fast as you can. Run. Get out of there."
Dude.
And if people heard us say it, they'll think you're a transphobe. I'll be like, get out of there. He's like, I would knock that dude out if I see him in there.
I'm anti-dick in the woman's bathroom. I don't care what you call yourself. If you have a penis, you should not be in the bathroom.
No.
You could call yourself Billy, Bob, Joe, trans, bi, lesbian, gay. I don't care. No dicks in the bathroom.
I'll go even further. I don't even care if you chopped it off. You still have to go in the man's bathroom because guess what? Those toilets are in our bathroom as well, so there's no reason to go in the woman's bathroom.
That's true.
We have ones that you can sit under and that you can stand.
That's true.
There's a urinal and the same thing that you got in there. So your little thing that you cut off, we have bidets there. You can clean whatever you used. Yeah. I don't know how it comes out. That'd be fun. How does it even come out? After you chop it off, how do you? Whoa! I've never even thought of that. How does that even happen?
We should probably look this up and then.
How do you pee when you get it chopped off?
Look this up. I don't know.
What do you do? I don't know, my
oh my gosh, I can't.
The hair went up.
Well, I have to go to the bathroom.
God, that's a challenge.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Me too.
So we are going to take a commercial break. Everyone listen to my wonderful uncle's voice. If you are out there and you have some type of voiceover recording agency, you guys, seriously, this is his voice naturally. Like, this is how he naturally talks. So it's unbelievable to me that no one has picked him up. So we're going to help him get his voice out there. But, all right, we're going to run to the bathroom and we will come back because we have some funny things to talk about.
Episode 2.
Yeah. And we are going to show just some funny things about Gen Z, which is hilarious. So, all right, guys, we'll be back.
YouTube viewers, don't miss out. Subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell for instant alerts when a new episode drops. Attention podcast enthusiasts. If you're tuned in on Spotify, hit that subscribe button to stay updated with the latest episodes of the Ascensions Pod.
Alright, we're back.
Yay! Okay. So now we're going to talk about things that are, in the media that are fun. So one thing is we love watching the comment section with Brett Cooper. Candace Owens, we love watching her too.
The Hodge twins.
Yeah, they're all
Conservative twins.
I think there was one that I saw that I wanted to play for you. Maybe I'll try to find it while we're doing this, but okay, so we're gonna talk about Gen Z.
Aging like milk.
Aging like milk.
Shout out to Brett Cooper and her video that she posted.
Yeah, so we turned off the air humidifier and I feel like my cough came back.
Turn it back on.
Do you think it's gonna be that noisy?
Does it make any noises?
It does. Well, let's turn it on. It's better than me coughing, maybe. You want to put it on while I pull up this video?
I will do that. Excuse me, people.
See, guys? No editing here. Okay, so we are going to skip. We'll skip to... It really starts like 105. So... Alright, so we're going to watch this together. And we'll show you guys. So, here's the clip.
Recently, just in the past 2 months, articles have been popping up online saying the Gen Z is aging like milk. Others are saying that we are saying that about ourselves. It is literally everywhere.
It is mainly because of the stress. Come here. We live in a time nowadays where millennials look way younger for their age, while Gen Z looks way older for their age. If you don't believe me, I'm Gen Z. I'll put it to you like this. Zendaya is older than me. Tom Holland is older than me. You get what I'm saying? Gen Z definitely looks older. I'm not gonna lie to you.
And that was the first part of the video, but wait, we're gonna scroll through because remember, which one's 747? Oh my gosh, this chick.
Here's another one that blew up and is now going viral on Twitter for all the wrong reasons.
Respectfully, you look like you're pushing 45. Stop getting filler or Botox, whatever you have. It looks so bad. 45? I get maybe late 20s, 30s. 22, yeah, shocker.
She is 22. That lady is she's
22. 22. She's like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16 years younger than me.
How old did they say they think she looked?
45.
45? Yes, she does. But you know what I thought when I seen her? This is what I thought initially. She was like an older lady trying to be like, I still got it.
Oh, like a cougar.
Like a cougar type. Yeah. I thought she was like a 45-year-old lady trying to dress up as a young girl. You know what I mean? So she tries to put on all this makeup and all that. But no, she's a 22 years old. 22-year-old lady.
Trying to be herself.
That's young. That's very young.
She's not trying to play a role. She's not trying to be trans or anything. She's this is just.
That's crazy to me.
That's ridiculous, and it's because if you guys go back, you watch Brett Cooper and more of the video, it is really ridiculous. We say it all the time. I'll be 38 soon, and you'll be 34, and we see people. We're like, there's no way. They're younger than us.
No, it's crazy. I've seen some people I talked to, and just the other day, I met this dude from Denmark. He was 24 years old. He's 10 years younger than me. I'm 34. And he looks at me and he's just like, wow, you look great for your age. And I asked him, I was like, man, he looks young enough to where if I ask him, it won't be, you know what
offensive.
I mean? Offensive. So I'm like, I'm going to ask you. I'm probably about the same age as me. And he says 24. And I'm like, bro, you look like me, like my age right now. He has little Mickey Mouse ears coming in. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I wonder why that generation, that Gen Z, is actually aging more rapidly than millennials, our generation, millennials.
I don't know. I think we dabbled in makeup and things, but I think Gen Z took it really far. Like, I think a lot of millennials didn't start really focusing on, well, no, I can't say that, because it's 16, 17, but, like, we were playing with, like, eyeliner. You know what I mean? We literally old school. Like, we had pencils that we used for our eye. Now you have people, I saw in the Farang Girls group for Bangkok, girls asking about, like, the tattoo eyeliner. We didn't do things to make us look older at a younger age that were so permanent.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you put the eyeliner on, or you put, like, makeup foundation on. Yeah, some people may have grown up with, like, their skin not so well or whatever, but...
Younger and younger, they're starting to wear makeup.
And do things surgically.
Right.
Like, now, kids 16 years old, we didn't go get lashes. We didn't glue lashes onto our eye. That was not a, like, now I feel like, it is, do you understand how rare it is to see women without their eyebrows tattooed? The fact that I don't even get my eyebrows waxed every week is one thing. But, like...
Sweaty?
No.
Oh, I thought you were sweaty, my bad.
But getting them tattooed... Ooh, is my skin smooth?
It is.
But yeah, like, I just feel like they're doing too much. They're doing the night routines. They're putting on the night cream, the night serum, the, you know, and it's like, you don't need all of that. You're young. Your skin is doing it. You don't need to do all of that.
One thing about being younger, I swear, your skin is just more elastic. You know what I mean? It just holds up better.
And I feel like it's almost like, you know, that there's a theory where, like, if you don't have a condition but you take medicine that treats the condition, soon you'll get the condition.
Right, because, like, your body's relying on that.
Yes.
It doesn't have it's not, you're not using your body's natural oils.
Exactly.
You're
so
using the oils from chemicals.
So now it's dependent on the chemicals.
Right.
And now what happens when you go through COVID and you can't buy your favorite face cream and your makeup?
You know what a lot of people don't realize? You know what's one of the best things is, like, eating healthy fats, and one more people, I bet you don't even know this, water. And then one more on top of that, number 3, sweating. The oils that come out when you're sweating, and
like detoxing.
It's actually kind of good for you.
Is that your friend trying to cross the street?
No, different one.
Different black guy same walk.
You're discriminating. That's not the Mahoney.
Look,
yeah.
let me tell you.
I'm joking.
That side of my blood, they got a certain...
I'm joking, okay? Joking.
They got a certain swag, walk, thing.
They do.
You know?
You know what? It's because... Let's just say this. I'm going to say it straight up. Black people walk with more swag in their... They just do, because, you know, a lot of people... They're more athletic than most. Let's just say that Africans...
Gifted.
They're just athletically gifted. That ancestry.
Yeah.
And that's a blessing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because not everyone can run from danger if they need it.
It's true.
Or jump over or something. Like, they'd be stuck. You know what I mean? Like, I'm imagine you have to jump over or something. You know, some athletic can jump over and be like, Voo. If you were an athletic and an earthquake happened and you had to jump over something so to get to safety, and you weren't strong enough to lift yourself up or jump over it, man, you're
screwed.
You get smashed by the buildings from the earthquake.
I cannot.
But anyways.
Well, that's what I think. I think that's why they're looking like spilt milk. Spoiled milk? Spilt milk.
Spoiled milk.
Is that what it is? Yeah, like
because,
milk.
You know.
Oh, no, just milk.
The aging like milk.
Yeah.
Because, you know, no, it's going to, but yeah, man, you know how that is. I don't know if anyone knows, like, it stays in there a little too long, and you forget this been there too long, and you're just like,
didn't you do that the other day?
I did.
Because it looked good.
It's all sour.
It didn't look bad.
I was tired in the morning. That never happens. Trust me. We don't keep spoiled stuff in there.
No, but what happened was
man, I kept it in there too long.
No, you know what it is well, obviously if it was spoiled, but what happened was we bought 2 like at the same time. I think I got cookies and I was like, oh no, we're gonna need more milk because you're using it for your shake. And then I think, I don't know. Sometimes
No,
we do that, and then
we bought another one. We kind of just forgot about the other one.
oh, because I think I had it in the freezer to freeze. I don't know, but that's a story.
Those spoiled milk, no sours.
Millennials stop, not millennials, Gen Z stop putting stuff on your face and doing things, but it's sad because they can't go back now. You know what I mean? Like, you already messed up you can't go back. So
we still on that?
all right, no, we're done with that. Okay, now last one. TikTok trend. You're my husband. Do you remember that? Did I show you?
Isn't that the one where they're trying to like post
Trick them.
post
Yeah.
things about their husband so other women can critique them
Yes.
or something like that?
Women, why do you do this? I don't understand.
Yeah, let us know. Any women watching, just let comments below. Let us know why you do that.
We're
Be
gonna,
real, because
yeah.
if you're a woman, you know women more
Surprise,
than
it's
me.
right straightforward.
Okay, today I'm gonna be guessing my husband's favorite things.
I'm not your husband.
People were obviously pissed. They were so pissed it literally started an entire trend. That video has millions of views at this point. But here's the other video that Noah covered, and people loved this one, so they're stitching it.
Okay, today I'm gonna be guessing my husband's favorite things.
I'm not your husband.
Hello, today I'm going to talk about my husband's favorite color.
Nice.
You're not going to correct me?
With what?
You're not my husband.
Not yet.
He said the same thing!
You so
Like,
shit
there's
on it.
nothing wrong, and people are like mad that people are like, not yet. Like, I don't understand.
So what is it? Where is that green flag guy? This is so cute. So that person thought it was cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. He's just like, not yet. Not gonna lie, you could have been like, meanwhile, like, why are you asking me now?
Yeah.
You know, why are you asking me like that too?
But it's like, it's a game that I feel like
He said not yet.
women play. Like, don't do that to men. And men, no, do not agree. Don't go with it. If she's doing this to you, she probably doesn't deserve for you to marry her in the first place. I hate to say it, but you don't want a wife that's gonna play games. Like, that's childish.
What do you think she's trying to get out of that?
I have no idea.
I'm thinking about it. I'm like, what does she gain?
What does she gain? Like, if he doesn't go with it, then he looks bad on social media. And then, like, so you're basically asking other women to judge your man? Absolutely, positively not. There's no woman that is going to judge you.
It's like a democracy. Everyone vote. Say aye.
That's such an insecurity
Aye.
because I don't need to show anybody that you say or do anything for them to tell me how good or bad that I have it. I don't need to do any of that. They're insecure. If you are not sure about the man that you're with, then maybe you need to be with someone else. And guys, if your woman is doing this, I hate to say it, I don't want to go against another man's advice, that guy that was on here. But no, don't go with it. Run, because the gameplay won't stop there.
And what's kind of funny, before you press play, is that, a lot of these chicks literally go to other women for advice, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like,
How are they going to help you with a man?
even on the internet. It's like, how do I want to learn more about a man? Let's go ask another woman who's been in a failed relationship.
I don't understand.
Let's go ask another single woman.
It's ridiculous.
You're like, how does that work?
It's absolutely ridiculous. But, alright, we've been talking for a while.
How long has this been?
Almost an hour, or over an hour.
Over an hour?
And I have to start this, so...
Okay.
Well,
That's
you
fun.
guys, we have a lot more to talk about because there's stuff going on in Thailand that's hilarious. Transgender Filipinos getting into fights here.
Taxi drivers getting into fights.
Yeah. A big birth control thing we want to talk about
Law changes.
with Thailand.
Tesla becoming a new thing here.
So much to talk about, but
Electric vehicles. All
We're-
kinds of stuff in the world changing.
yeah, so we're gonna continue. The next few vlogs you will see will be at the dentist. There's a moving vlog. There may be one more. But we're gonna try to do these podcasts once a week to keep you guys updated on what's going on in our lives, what's going on behind the scenes, and what's going on in the world around us. You know, the country we're in, other countries and things like that. So we hope you enjoyed Pillow Talk with us, and we will catch you guys on the next one. I had fun.
Peace.
Bye.